Jungkook shocked the world with an emotional farewell to Jimin at Incheon International Airport. The short sentence, "Goodbye, Jimin," indirectly captured through the lens of global media, has sparked widespread speculation and emotional responses from fans around the world. This incident is not merely a personal moment between friends. It is an indication of structural tensions within the South Korean entertainment industry and a potential significant shift in the internal dynamics of BTS. A video recording lasting less than 2 minutes shows Jungkook with a serious expression approaching Jimin, then whispering something that drastically changed both of their expressions. Jungkook's lip movements, analyzed by fans and body language experts, are believed to have uttered the phrase, "Goodbye, Jim." Jimin's stiff and silent reaction strengthens the suspicion that the remark was not a casual greeting, but a marker of an unexpected emotional farewell. There was no further interaction, no hug or warm parting gesture, only silence and increasing distance. The event occurred in a highly complex context. In recent weeks, it was revealed that internal discussions took place between several BTS members and HYB management. These discussions involved a subunit collaboration project that was once planned between Jungkook and Jimin, but was suddenly postponed without public explanation. Although promotional materials and initial recordings had been produced, the project was halted with no official reason. Some sources state that creative aspiration differences and company policy were the root of the decision. The airport incident happened just 3 days after HYB's management statement explicitly stated that there were no plans for inter-member BTS collaborations until the end of the year. This statement contradicted Jimin's post on Weverse indicating a collaboration that was being anticipated, but not yet timed. That phrase is now reinterpreted as an expression of disappointment with an internal situation beyond their full control. Analysis of this incident shows that it is not only personal relationships being highlighted, but also the structural implications of how inter-member interactions are managed, restricted, or even shaped by institutional pressure. Pop culture analysts and industry observers believe this moment represents the tension between the personal expression needs of artists and the corporate expectations of their collective image. BTS as a global entity is not just a music group, but a strategic brand tightly managed by corporate and industry interests. Public reaction reflects a high emotional attachment to the dynamics among BTS members. Thousands of posts, analyses, and reaction videos appeared within hours after the footage spread. Many fans refused to view the incident as a temporary goodbye. The phrase, "Goodbye, Jim," has now transformed into a symbol of uncertainty, collective sadness, and emotional crisis within the fan community. In terms of behavior, Jungkook's changes over the 2 weeks leading up to his departure have also drawn attention. He appeared more withdrawn, rarely spoke during live broadcasts, and was often seen writing in a personal notebook, something not usually part of his public routine. Internal reports not officially released mention that communication between Jungkook and other members had also decreased in intensity. This has led to speculation that the farewell was not only professional, but also reflected a growing emotional distance. Jimin himself has not provided an explicit statement regarding the airport incident. However, his latest post on Weverse reads, "I hope you're doing well over there as you promised," reinforcing the narrative that the moment had a meaning beyond a simple departure. The sentence does not mention a name, but given the timing and context, the public believes the message was intended for Jungkook. BTS has long been known as a group with a strong brotherhood narrative. The relationships among the members have been part of the group's identity and the foundation for fan loyalty. Therefore, when a sudden and emotional shift occurs, its impact is not only psychological for those involved but also disrupts the emotional balance of the global fan community. Lim Ju, a cultural communication expert from Seoul National University, stated that this farewell moment reflects a transformation in how the K-pop industry manages public relationships among idols. He noted that emotional expressions, once tightly controlled, are now being used as narrative tools to deepen emotional bonds with fans, while also blurring the line between reality and marketing strategy. In his statement, Lee said, "When Jungkook speaks, he is not only delivering a message to Jimin, he is sending a message to millions of fans who have followed their journey since debut. However, there are also critical views questioning the authenticity of the moment. Some media observers noted that the airport incident could be part of a communication strategy designed to create emotional resonance ahead of the group's hiatus. Given the Korean entertainment industry's skill in managing public perception, this possibility cannot be entirely dismissed. Even so, whether the moment was spontaneous or structured, the psychological impact has already taken place. The massive emotional response shows that the public sees the relationships among BTS members as more than just professional. These relationships have become part of the fans' emotional identity built over more than a decade. To this day, there has been no official explanation from the parties involved regarding the meaning of Jungkook's farewell words. However, the truth is, the airport incident has shifted public focus from just military enlistment schedules to speculations about the future of intermember interactions. Whether they will return in full formation or instead pursue increasingly separate individual paths remains a major question point. One thing is certain. The phrase, "Goodbye, Jim," has now become part of the emotional archive of BTS history, not just as a phrase, but as a symbol of crisis, change, and uncertainty. The moment erased boundaries between personal and public, between artist and fan, and between farewell and the possible end of an era. Until time provides a definite answer, that sentence will continue to echo in the collective memory of ARMY and the global entertainment world. The farewell moment captured at Incheon Airport between Jungkook and Park Jimin not only shook the emotional space of BTS fans, but also sparked serious debate about the authenticity of the narrative spread across various social media platforms. In an atmosphere full of tension and emotion, one fundamental question arises. Was that moment a pure emotional reality, or a deliberate narrative construction aimed at shaping public perception? It must be noted that the entire range of developing information comes from highly diverse sources, from viral videos on TikTok and YouTube to long threads distributed via Twitter and online discussions in fan communities. Yet, until now, there's not been a single statement that can be considered a direct clarification from the relevant parties. This means that all conclusions drawn still lie within the realm of public interpretation and speculation. In such conditions, where is the boundary between fact and perception? Has the public been drawn into a narrative entirely shaped by emotional expectations and media consumption needs? Society, especially the BTS fanbase, ARMY, is now faced with an epistemological dilemma. Should this event be fully believed as reality? Or should it be suspected as a form of media dramatization aimed at increasing exposure, maintaining relevance, or even diverting attention from other strategic issues? In the context of South Korea's highly systematic entertainment industry, emotional manipulation is nothing new. Thus, it is worth questioning. Is the "Goodbye, Jim" moment a reflection of a personal conflict between two individuals, or is it part of a marketing mechanism that uses emotion as a production tool? When the public watches that short video, what is seen are only facial expressions and lip movements. The interpretation of the phrase "Goodbye, Jim" is entirely based on visual reading, not clear audio evidence. With such an analysis basis, how far can we claim that the incident is objective reality? Is such interpretation valid enough to be the foundation of a global narrative? Or is this a reflection of the collective fan need to fill the information void with emotion and hope? Furthermore, it is necessary to consider how far social media has shaped and even imposed certain narrative frameworks. In an era of extreme digital connectivity, information spreads faster than clarification. Any video snippet can be easily twisted, modified, or even engineered to shape opinion. So, are we witnessing a reality or absorbing an illusion wrapped in viral format? Is this massive emotional reaction based on facts or the media's ability to shape the atmosphere of perception? A critical attitude is very important in responding to this phenomenon. The public cannot continuously be passive consumers of unverified information. Today, the public is demanded to be more than just believers. They must be able to distinguish between empirical data and mere perception. Did the information you received come from a primary source? Have you questioned the motive behind the video's spread? Are you sure the video was taken accidentally? Or could it have been recorded and distributed for a specific purpose? The emotional condition of fans that has formed over the years is indeed fertile ground for such narratives. However, in a global atmosphere full of information manipulation, trust must always be accompanied by verification.